What is up, veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review, part of VTR's Month of Love. And today we're reviewing the sequel movie to the series Zoey 101, Zoey 102. So I actually did a reaction to this trailer saying I was going to watch this movie a while ago and never did. And then I was talking to a friend about it, and then he was like, VTR, you said in a video, you got to do it. Go review it. And everything. I was like, and I was very hesitant on this movie when I saw the trailer. I was like, didn't know what to think about it. I spent a lot of the reaction after like talking about other things that could be brought back for the audience that grew up with it. And this was one of the, but let's go ahead and just read the synopsis. Over a decade after the iconic series ended, Zoey 102 finds Zoey Brooks still trying to figure out life and love. In her, this time in her 20s, Zoey and Chase did not end up in Hawaii that summer. Did not end up in Hawaii that summer after, and haven't heard from each other since. When close friends Quinn and Logan are announced they are getting married, Zoey and Chase have to find themselves in the wedding party. Okay, so that's a little inaccurate. I'm pretty sure they did say they did go to Hawaii, but like Zoey just left him there. It was something like that. But regardless, going into this movie, I had very low expectations because the trailers looked, I didn't know what to think about it. Because like as I was watching this movie, I was like, okay, what's going on here? And for the most part, there were, not most part, but there was some stuff I didn't like the working at this on this TV show plot was kind of like but like the way they go about it did feel very sitcom and very felt like the original show. How she's like jumping back and forth, having to do these two things and everything. And I will say everyone feels like themselves from the original show. Obviously, not everyone's here. I don't think Zoe's little brother is here. Victoria Justice isn't here, obviously. And they obviously didn't bring back the character from the first like 2 seasons that eventually left. I forget their name. There's like 2 characters actually that were eventually left. I don't remember. There's a few characters that are missing. But like the ones that like everyone mostly remembers are here. And like they play these characters really well, but like one thing I'll get into this in a minute, but because it goes into spoiler territory. Let's go to the positive first. I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was an enjoyable time. And overall, I just straight up thought this movie was a fun movie to like watch and everything, and especially as someone who grew up with Zoey 101, Zoey 102, it was fun, had some funny moments, and it, in my opinion, it mostly worked for the most part. Now, like they said, like the plot with the TV show and everything was like, meh. I was not the 100% on that, but diving into some spoiler territory, jump a little forward in the video if you don't want to see. I do feel like I didn't think about this, but this show literally puts Zoey and Chase in the same spot they were in the original, at the end of the original series, basically. And some stuff, they acted a little too much like themselves. And at some points, they didn't feel like, oh, grown up versions of themselves. They felt like, I don't know, some of this stuff's like, okay, you're gonna still act like this, but that's a nitpick though, in my opinion. Besides that, I relatively enjoyed this film. I had fun with it. I thought it was funny at points. And I just genuinely had a good time. There are some jokes that don't land. There's some bland moments. The characters in it are basically what you want to see in this movie. You basically enjoy what you enjoy about it. Like it feels like Zoey 101. I feel like it does grow up with its audience a bit, but like it still feels like these characters. It does feel like these are a little more grown up versions of it, especially Quinn. Quinn is a good example of Logan is also a little more mature than he was, but like you can definitely tell this is still Logan and has like some of that immature. So I think there's actually a callback with in Quinn and Logan in the movie that I really like. It's a callback to this a scene in the original show. Then they don't beat you over the head with the like, hey, remember this, remember this, remember this. There's a few times it's like, oh yeah, we're calling back to this. And the whole like climax of the film, the whole end of the film is like very it does feel like a love letter to people that grew up with this show. And overall I think the show and the movie does good. There's one thing I don't like. There's this one gag at the end of the movie that there's like this weird misunderstanding that happens at one point. And then at the end of the movie, like it kind of comes back, and it's like it's a gag I like really don't think the movie needed. Like I really think they could have left it out, and nothing would have been missed, nothing would have been different. And there's like I said, there are some funny moments in the film. There are some dull moments too. I don't think the movie is anything groundbreaking or over the top. Like, oh, you need to go watch this. If you're a Zoey 101 fan, though, if you grew up watching it, I think you're gonna enjoy this. I think it's one of those movies where it's just Zoey 101. It's just, I don't know. It's just something that I personally enjoyed. I think it has a lot of merit. I think, and overall, it just felt good to see these characters again. It's very similar how I felt about the iCarly reboot. I think that's not or the sequel series or whatever. I don't know if I would call it a reboot. It's more of a sequel series, but I feel like that did a better job at the sequel type thing. Obviously, that's a show, and this is a movie, and obviously, it has a budget. It doesn't look cheap. Like you would expect something like this to like look cheap, but it wasn't, and everything. And I gotta applaud it for that. Critics give this movie a 56 on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences give it a 44, and I don't know if I agree with that, because like I said, I don't think the movie's great or anything, but I enjoyed it. I don't think it's bad. I enjoyed the film. I think it is an enjoyable story. I just had fun with it. And like, yes, this counts as for Month of Love because it's about a wedding, and there's a lot of stuff about that in this movie, so it counts for Month of Love. Personally, I will give this movie I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5. I enjoyed it enough, and it has its faults. It has some dumb moments. But hey, so did the original. And it's fun, and as someone who grew up with Zoey 101, I like this. But that's really all I gotta say for this reaction, this movie review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. Bye!